Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Steelers owner reveals what he wants to see from Kenny Pickett. The 2023 NFL season turned out to be a forgettable one for the Pittsburgh Steelers, with the storied franchise being a disappointment for most of the regular season, especially on the offensive side of the football. Things got so bad on offense for the Steelers during the regular season that the team unexpectedly fired offensive coordinator Matt Canada, which proved that the team was getting increasingly frustrated with the defense having to win games. One of the major concerns during the 2023 campaign for the Steelers was the lack of improvement from second-year quarterback Kenny Pickett, who the team was hoping would be the new franchise quarterback and successor to Ben Roethlisberger. Unfortunately, Pickett was underwhelming in his sophomore season, leading to a lot of questions about the future of the position in Pittsburgh. Team owner Art Rooney too recently talked about Pickett, what he likes about him, and what he'd like to see from the young quarterback moving forward, according to Blitzburg. "What I think we need him to be is to just continue to develop as a quarterback," Rooney said. "Read the defense quickly, get the offense into the best play for a given situation when he comes out of the huddle." Clearly, Rooney isn't out on Pickett just yet, as he seems to be fine with the growing pains for the time being, but it would be safe to say that he's on a short leash moving forward, with the team's brass expressing frustration and the team not making any progress from year to year. The 2024 NFL season could be a make-or-break year for the Steelers, with head coach Mike Tomlin potentially on the hot seat as well as Pickett. The team's front office wants results, and a first-round playoff exit doesn't seem to be cutting it anymore in Pittsburgh. Steelers HC Mike Tomlin in line for extension, despite questions about future. Ever since the Pittsburgh Steelers' final game during this year's wild card round, rumors surrounded the team regarding Mike Tomlin's status as head coach. Tomlin, whose name has been synonymous with the team due to his decorated tenure in Pittsburgh, currently has 1 year left in his contract. Now, it seems that Steelers owner Art Rooney too has addressed questions surrounding the veteran coach. Speaking to the media, Rooney stated that he still feels good about Tomlin and hinted at a contract extension moving forward, per The Athletic's Mark Kaboly. Still, despite Rooney's belief in Tomlin, the team owner made it clear that the Steelers have to start taking the next steps for playoff success. The last time Pittsburgh won a postseason outing was back in 2016. Regardless, Mike Tomlin's resume has shown that he's a championship-caliber head coach. A Super Bowl title, coupled with 2 AFC championships and 11 playoff appearances, still gives Tomlin an advantage experience-wise over many coaches in the league. As for the team, one factor for more success in the upcoming season falls heavily on the team's quarterbacks. Kenny Pickett, the Steelers' 2022 draft pick, was a starter entering the season. After being sidelined for a couple of weeks due to ankle surgery, Pickett returned in Week 18 but was moved to the backup position behind Mason Rudolph. At the moment, there has been no clear decision from the team on who will be tasked to play lead skipper in 2024. Additionally, the Steelers are still undergoing a search for an offensive coordinator after parting ways with Matt Canada mid-season. While there are still plenty of questions to be addressed moving forward, Steel City fans can only hope that the team finds answers as soon as possible to ensure that 2024 brings better results than those of previous years. Kazora, Arthur Smith might not be the most inspiring hire, but he's an obvious fit. The Pittsburgh Steelers interviewing Arthur Smith for their vacant offensive coordinator position makes plenty of sense. In hindsight, we, especially myself, should have seen this coming. A logical stop, or perhaps end, to their search. While the Steelers may continue talking to other candidates around the league, Smith feels like a sudden favorite, at least from the group of 3 they've officially sat down with. Thomas Brown lacks Smith's coordinator success, while Jared Johnson lacks his experience and is one of the league's hottest candidates. Pittsburgh may not offer what he's looking for, which leaves hiring Arthur Smith. Potentially. He doesn't perfectly align with what Mike Tomlin outlined during year-end presser. Smith isn't known as a quarterback guru or have a true background there like Johnson and one-time candidate Zach Robinson possessed. Perhaps that'll be filled if the Steelers hire a quarterbacks coach should Mike Sullivan go elsewhere. And if not, Sullivan is still a fine coach and it keeps some level of continuity with Kenny Pickett, a bridge for a crucial year 3. What's there to know about Smith? His top goal is to run the ball. An offensive lineman at North Carolina and once teammates with Willie Parker, neither of them played much for the Tar Heels. Smith's first NFL job came in 2007 with the Washington Redskins. At that time, he was on the other side of the ball, a defensive quality control coach, which essentially means doing any task the other coaches asked of him. Film cut-ups, advanced game planning, special projects, and probably getting someone a coffee every now and then. He dipped back into the college ranks in 2010 with Ole Miss, before becoming the Titans' defensive quality control coach in 2011. It wasn't until 2012 that Smith flipped to the other side of the ball, holding the same quality control position for the offense. In 2013, he became a positional coach for the first time, in charge of the Titans' O-line. He switched roles and worked with the team's tight ends for the next 5 years. Smith was promoted to offensive coordinator after Matt LaFleur was hired to become the Green Bay Packers head coach for the 2019 season. In Smith's 2 years as the Titans' OC, they were a ground-and-pound team. Few ran it as often or as successfully as Tennessee. Across those 2 seasons, they ranked second in rushing attempts, 966, second in rushing yards, 4,913, second in yards per carry, 5.1 per attempt, and first in rushing touchdowns, 47. Only Baltimore with MVP Lamar Jackson bested them. And Tennessee wasn't exactly calling QB power with Ryan Tannehill. And you fan, what do you think of the Arthur Smith situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.